after I gave birth to my son, my was huge. And the reason why my huge, because I almost gained 20, and you already know my have some shots, so my was already huge as like putting that baby weight on my body plus the
Sure, here's a rewritten version that maintains the original gossip tone while being more clear, cohesive, and easier to follow. Y'all, things are getting real messy, and maybe even a little stinky. Word on the street is that Stefon Diggs just confirmed the rumors about Cardi B's BBL, and let's just say, it's not the glowing review she probably hoped for. Now, we're not here to body shame, but the streets are talking, and it's not sounding good. After Cardi's Coachella performance went viral for all the wrong reasons, people started buzzing about her body. Especially her BBL fans were pointing out that something didn't look quite right. And then suddenly, boom, we hear that Stefon has gone back to his ex. The timing? Suspicious. The internet instantly started connecting the dots, suggesting that maybe Cardi's BBL was a deal breaker. Now, let's be real. This isn't the first time her body's been a topic of conversation. Cardi has always been open about getting work done. She's never denied it. In fact, she's one of the few celebs who actually owns up to it. And to be fair, whether it's natural or not, she's been praised for how she looks. But here's the thing, with cosmetic surgery, it's easy to go too far. And fans are starting to think she may have crossed that line. Things really blew up when a Getty image of her at Coachella made the rounds online. Cardi tried to claim the pic was edited, but Getty doesn't Photoshop their images. What you see is what you get. In response, Cardi posted her own photo where she looked snatched. But fans were quick to call her out for allegedly Photoshopping it. The backlash was swift, and in classic Cardi fashion, she clapped back hard, calling critics ugly and broke. But still, the chatter isn't dying down. Fans are saying her surgery looks botched and that no amount of edits or clapbacks can cover it up anymore. So now we've got a messy breakup, viral Coachella drama, accusations of bad Photoshop, and fans claiming her BBL is turning heads. But not in a good way. Y'all, it's giving BBL sticky, and things are only getting messier. Let me know if you want this in a shorter version, or for a specific platform like TikTok, Instagram, or absolutely. Here's a rewritten, more polished and coherent version of the piece that keeps the messy drama and storytelling tone intact while improving flow, clarity, and structure. If things weren't already messy, y'all, they just got way messier. The latest word on the street is that not only did Stefon Diggs allegedly dump Cardi B, but people are claiming it's because her B stinks, yes, stinks. And apparently it got so bad that Stefon couldn't take it anymore and ran back to his ex, who was more than happy to take him back. According to sources, their relationship came to a quiet but sad end, and now the time heating up with receipts. Stefon's ex posted cozy pictures of them back together like they never even broke up, and on top of that, she shared some text messages from him that showed they've been in contact for a while. This had fans raising eyebrows, wondering if she was on standby the whole time he was with Cardi. Boo, it didn't stop there. The ex threw some serious shade, posting, "I hate when a ninja act like he wasn't just crashing out being a stalker, but I'll let them have social media and play my part so he can get his clout." Then she added, "I don't post him. I'm with him in real life, and we be doing it raw." Hugh, she did not hold back. Now, rumors are flying that it was Cardi's stank BBL that pushed Stefon away. And y'all, whether it's true or not, it's beyond messy. I'm not saying I have proof, because I don't. I ain't got no whiffs myself. But if it is true, that's wild. Still, maybe not totally shocking either, considering Cardi's long history with cosmetic procedures. Let's be clear. Though plastic surgery isn't rare in Hollywood, A ton of celebrities have had work done, but many of them swear it's just a new contour technique. Clean eating, or going vegan, like green juice, gave them a whole new face and a snatched waist overnight. Let's be real, some of those transformations don't come from downward dogs and kale dot, but Cardi's always been different. She's actually been one of the most honest celebs when it comes to body enhancements. She's talked openly about her surgeries, warned fans about the risks, and kept it real every step of the way. That's something a lot of people respect her for, no smoke and mirrors. But lately, some fans are starting to wonder if maybe she's gone too far. There's been a shift in her look again, and not everyone thinks it's for the better. Some say all these tweaks and touch-ups might be starting to catch up with her, and if you've been following Cardi from early on, you know the story behind it. She's been open about how growing up in her environment, the ideal beauty standard was all about being thick, big hips, big chest, Coke bottle curves. And Cardi didn't naturally fit that mold. She was skinny, and in her world, that wasn't seen as attractive. She got teased and bullied for it, and over time, it chipped away at her confidence. That's what led her down the path of plastic surgery in the first place, to feel like she belonged, to feel beautiful in a world that made her feel less than. And while she may have reached that look she always admired, now people are wondering if the pressure to maintain it has gone too far. So between the viral Coachella pics, the clapbacks, the breakup rumors, the stank BBL gossip, and Stefon's messy reunion with his ex, woo, it's giving drama, it's giving chaos, and it's giving BBL gone wild. Absolutely. Here's a rewritten and more polished version of that section. It keeps the raw honesty and emotional depth of Cardi's journey while improving clarity, structure, and tone. Things really started to shift for Cardi when she got into the club scene, but not in the way you might think. Contrary to the idea that stepping into the strip club would instantly boost her confidence and make her feel empowered, that wasn't her reality, at least not in the beginning. When she first started dancing, Cardi still didn't have the body type that most club regulars were into. She was skinny, and in that world, curves were currency. The thick girls were the ones raking in the big money, getting the attention, and being praised. Once again, she found herself on the outside looking in, not fitting into the beauty standard that dominated her environment, and since her self-esteem had already taken a beating from years of teasing and feeling like she wasn't enough, being overlooked in the club only made it worse. It was like adding fuel to an already burning fire. Eventually, Cardi saved up enough money to get her first procedure, a breast augmentation. She was only 18 when she got it done, and for a while, it really did lift her spirits, literally and emotionally. For the first time, she started to feel a little more confident, a little more like the woman she wanted to see staring back at her in the mirror. But if you know anything about plastic surgery, you know it's rarely a one-and-done deal. It can be incredibly addictive, not just emotionally, but physically too. Many procedures require upkeep, revisions, and adjustments over time. And for someone like Cardi, who already carried deep insecurities about her appearance, that first surgery opened the door to more. Once she got a taste of what it felt like to fix something she didn't like about herself, it became easier to keep going, to tweak this, enhance that. And even though that first surgery brought some improvement, it wasn't enough to change how the industry saw her. She still wasn't making as much money as the curvier dancers. In fact, she said she still had that flab, and that in the club world, that meant less money, less attention, and less power. So the cycle continued. One procedure led to another, not just for beauty, but for survival, for status, and for validation in a world that had always made her feel like she had to change to be worthy. Let me know if you'd like this part connected to the previous sections or turned into a video or podcast. Absolutely. Here's a rewritten and more structured version of your story that keeps the same tone and emotional depth, while improving clarity, flow, and readability. Things got even more complicated for Cardi around that same time. On top of all the pressure she was feeling about her body, she was also going through heartbreak. Her boyfriend was cheating on her, and in Cardi's mind, the reason felt painfully obvious. The other woman had a bigger butt. That insecurity hit her hard. She started to believe that if she had more curves, maybe he wouldn't have looked elsewhere. But here's the thing, Cardi was only 20 years old, living in New York City, and she didn't have the kind of money to afford a reputable, licensed plastic surgeon. To make things even more difficult, she was still very slim at the time, and didn't have enough body fat for a BBL, which uses your own fat for the procedure. So instead of going the safe route, she turned to a dangerous and illegal alternative. Cardi paid $800 to a woman named Donna Francis for silicone injections in her thighs, a decision that could have ended in tragedy. And if that name sounds familiar, It's because Donna Francis later became infamous after one of her clients died during a similar unlicensed procedure. The case turned into a major legal scandal, and Francis was eventually arrested and sentenced to prison for running an illegal silicone injection business. Thankfully, Cardi survived the procedure, but she didn't walk away unscathed. In an interview with GQ, she opened up about the intense pain she went through, saying, "They don't numb your butt or anything. It was the craziest pain ever. I felt like I was going to pass out. I felt a little dizzy, and it leaked for like 5 days." After those initial surgeries, Cardi took a break from cosmetic work. She had finally achieved the body she thought she always wanted, and for a while, she felt like she didn't need to keep going under the knife. But that peace didn't last forever. Fast forward to 2019, after giving birth to her daughter, Culture, everything shifted again. Like many new moms, Cardi found herself struggling with postpartum body changes. She decided to get another procedure to fix some of the effects of pregnancy and breastfeeding. On top of that, she also underwent liposuction to shed the baby weight that was sticking around. But this time, things got rough. Cardi didn't give herself enough time to heal. Her schedule was packed with performances and appearances, and instead of resting like she was supposed to, she jumped right back into work. Eventually, her body began to react to the stress. Her feet became so swollen that she posted a photo online, and it wasn't a good look. It was clear her body was crying out for rest. The swelling scared her enough to finally listen to her doctors. They urged her to stop performing and take time off to recover. That moment really shook her. She even posted, "I've been working out for the past 2 weeks because I'm not getting surgery again." And for a while, it seemed like she meant it. Cardi truly tried to step back from surgery, especially after the scary complications she went through. She decided to play it safe. So, when she started thinking about changing her nose, she went the non-surgical route and got fillers instead. But the fillers didn't give her the look she wanted. In fact, she said they made her nose look kind of weird. So, eventually, she opted for a full rhinoplasty to get it done right. Of course, that still wasn't the end. After giving birth to her son, Wave, in 2021, Cardi revealed that she was considering a tummy tuck. She said she had loose skin around her stomach from pregnancy, and no matter how much she worked out, it just wasn't going away. But it wasn't just the tummy tuck that had fans talking. It was how different her body started to look overall. People noticed that her butt looked even bigger, and when she posted a video online, it didn't go unnoticed. Her waist looked extra snatched, but the proportions seemed off. Naturally, the internet did what it always does. People started speculating. The comment sections lit up with claims that Cardi had gotten more shots or gone back for more surgery in secret. Some accused her of looking unnatural or even unhealthy. Cardi being Cardi. Absolutely. Here's a cleaned up, polished, and dramatic rewrite of your piece that keeps the spicy, social commentary tone while organizing the ideas more clearly and making it suitable for a blog, video, script, or social post. So Cardi recently opened up again, and she kept it real. She said her butt is looking huge right now, and the reason? She gained almost 20 pounds. And on top of that, let's not forget, she's admitted to having shots in the past. She clarified that, contrary to what people think, she didn't get her body done right after giving birth. She actually waited. It wasn't until August that she went in for surgery, and this time, she wasn't adding anything. She was taking stuff out. Cardi revealed she removed 95% of her biopolymer fillers, the illegal shots she had done when she was younger. But just because they removed the product doesn't mean the body goes back to normal overnight. Surgeons still had to reshape everything because of the damage those shots had already caused. Cardi admitted she's feeling a little fluffy now,